And now it's time to invite our mayor, Milpita's mayor, Carmen Montano, to come on to the dais. Please give a big round of applause to her. And I also request Mayor of Santa Clara, Kathy Watnabe, who is a council member, she is representing, I request her to come on to the dais, please. Thank you so much, Kathy. And then I request Mayor Sunnyvale, Larry Kane, to come on to the dais. Okay, before presenting the memento, I would like request to hear a few words from you, please.
Thank you so much. My name is Carmen Montano. I am the first woman mayor of Milpitas. I've lived here all my life since 1964. Some of you weren't even born yet. But Milpitas is the future. Milpitas, if you invest in this city, you're gonna go far. We have great water. We get our water from the Tuolumne River, from Hetch Hetchy, San Francisco Public Utilities Commission. We have BART. We're in between two major intersections of 680 and 880. And we have a lot of things, great innovative things going on. And we have the Technology Center. This is wonderful. So I want to give a commendation. Is this the right time to give a commendation? So the City of Milpitas presents this commendation to Telugu Times Business Excellence Awards 2023. So on behalf of the Milpitas City Council, I, Carmen Montano, Mayor of the City of Milpitas, recognize and commend Telugu Times for hosting its 2023 Business Excellence Awards. The Business Excellence Awards is a first of its kind event that is really great to give to all the businesses that have been doing great things in Milpitas and not only in Silicon Valley. So thank you very much, and I want to give this award to you.
And now I would request Kathy Watnabe to speak few words first.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm Kathy Watanabe, council member for District 1 in the city of Santa Clara, and I'm proud to say that I actually represent the most culturally diverse district in the city of Santa Clara. And I think that's So on behalf of Mayor Lisa Gilmore, she does send her regrets that she couldn't be here today. She had 5 events today. This is my 3rd. We're keeping really busy. The pandemic, since it's over, has just opened up doors for us to once again be out in the community. And that's where we want to be, because we want to hear what's going on. It's important to celebrate these occasions as well. So on behalf of Mayor Gilmore and the Santa Clara City Council, I am happy to be here on this auspicious occasion and thank the Telugu Times for honoring people who have made a difference in the business community. And I have to say that Santa Clara, our tagline is the center of what's possible. So I hope when you're teletyping or sending information back and forth between India and the United States, don't forget the city of Santa Clara, which is recently the home of another $1 trillion company, NVIDIA headquarters. Thank you. So it's because it's important to honor the continual changes in technology, in the technology world, that keeps us motivated to find new ways to streamline those changes into the business world. Congratulations to the Telugu Times on their 20th anniversary of commitment to keeping the communication lines open between Hyderabad and the United States, which keeps us all well informed. And also congratulations to all the awardees tonight. Continue making our world a better place to live now and in the future. And thank you to Telugu Times for keeping the lines of communication open and up to date. Congratulations to all. And I'm happy to have the Certificate of Special Mayoral Recognition to present to Telugu Times Business Excellence Awards 2023, signed by Mayor Lisa Gilmore. Thank you again.
And now I request Larry Clean to speak few words for us.
Thank you very much. I'm mayor for Sunnyvale, California. And for me, you know, I understand what all your businesses are. You know, for me, I've been in startups for the last 30 years. So beyond the mayor's job, you know, mayor is a part-time job in most of our cities. I have been part of startups and seen them succeed, go public, fail, a little bit of everything. But I totally understand, you know, it's great for the Telugu Times and, to be honoring the business excellence that's happening within our community. You know, Sunnyvale is the heart of Silicon Valley. You know, it's the place where all the tech marquee companies play. You know, it's Apple, it's Google, it's Amazon and IBM, all those companies, but it's the small companies, it's the mid-sized companies that really make a difference at the end of the day. It's that business community that is great, you know, and makes our city great. You know, for us, we have a very diverse community. People from all over the world, more than 50% of our residents were born outside of the United States, and that diversity in our residents, in our business community, only makes our city better. You know, for me, I'm you know, overjoyed to see, you know, just last month, a $4 billion CHIP Act investment to bring the silicon back into Silicon Valley. But it's not just semiconductors and silicon, it's medical companies, it's robotics, it's AI, it's a little bit of everything, and the culture of that community, in order to make it thrive, requires those small companies that support those bigger companies. So I just want to thank all the awardees this evening. You know, it is really critical at the end of the day to make sure that you succeed, whether that's through mentorship, whether that's, you know, funding, of course, is critical, but it's mentorship, it's getting the right people together, and Silicon Valley has the right people, you know, and so thank you to Telugu Times for continuing that communication of highlighting what's good, the good that's happening in our community, and spreading that word around the world. So thank you for having me here today. You know, it's an honor to see so many faces and hear the stories from different companies that will be the next future generation of leaders. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, officers. Just as a token of gratitude and respect from Telugu Times, we want to present a small memento to you. I request Purna Lakshmi Garu, our former IT minister from Government of Andhra Pradesh, is here to present a memento to you.
And we are so much honored to have you all here and see the support and love from you.
Friends, when we are doing a Business Excellence Awards, we should know about business, and we should know from a senior person to tell us. Now we request Mr. Bhaskar Shumkara to kindly come onto the stage to give a keynote address to us on scaling businesses in Silicon Valley.
Thank you, Subaragaru, Telugu Times, and JP especially. I'm very honored to be here and doing the keynote. You know, I think one of the things is for a lot of us, I feel Modi's speech yesterday is probably on your mind. One of the things I was reminded yesterday, which was pretty funny, was when he was making a joke about everybody's talking about AI and how it has made a lot of advances in the last 6-7 years, but there's another AI that's super important, which is America, India, right? Which kind of is very relevant for all of us here. We're kind of, you know, just building our lives here, being here for a long time, and building our careers here, but our heart is still very much with India, and so I thought it was very relevant. And obviously AI, the other AI, artificial intelligence, is pretty big. Everybody's talking about it, and I will actually, you know, do my take on it towards the end. But to start with, let me just quickly introduce myself. So I'm Bhaskar Shumkara. I basically run a startup here called Bicycle, which is a business monitoring and operations platform. It's fairly new, and it's still just a couple of years old, just with early customers, early successes, etc. I moved here about 20 years ago. I grew up in Delhi, but I was born in Rajahmundry, so my ties are to Rajahmundry, Kakinada, Vizag. So very happy to share my experiences with Mana Telugu community here. And like I said, it's an honor to be here. So I grew up in Delhi. My dad was a research scientist, so I grew up very curious, very sort of like super interested in computers because of him. I picked up programming at the age of 7, and I never sort of, I really fell in love with it. And that's sort of what I built my career in. I did my computer engineering, and then I started my career at an Indian startup in Hyderabad called Pramati, which I was very proud to do that because at that time, this was back in 2000, there were not a lot of product companies in India. So that was a big, and that company also had a huge influence on me. So apart from obviously my dad who got me onto computers, taught me programming and everything. So Pramati actually moved me here. Once I got here, I always knew I wanted to basically do a startup. And the first opportunity I got, I basically jumped on it. So 2008, it was just the two of us, me and my friend, when we started App Dynamics. About 10 years later, we basically sold in 2017 to Cisco. So from just the two of us to almost about 2,000 people in that sort of journey, it was phenomenal. Very blessed to have that opportunity, and this was still the time when enterprise, B2B companies were still. Now there's a lot more successful companies out there, so it was a great time to do it. It was a phenomenal ride. After we sold that in 2017, we were actually 2 days away from IPO. All the team was up in New York, and we basically took the Cisco offer. But NASDAQ basically said, "Hey, you guys were so close. You guys should come and still ring the bell." So that was a great experience. So that's a little bit about me. So yes, after that, just to complete the story, after we sold to Cisco, I stayed in Cisco for about a year or so, and took a little bit of a break, and then started Bicycle about a couple of years ago. So the keynote when JP Garon and I were brainstorming the title and the content, we thought it'd be good to sort of do something about scaling businesses, right? So the content about scaling businesses, whether it is having the right vision, the mission, the right team, the market timing, and the sort of innovation, customer centricity, and all of that, you will 100% find that in a lot of blogs, a lot of LinkedIn's. So I wanted to cover something which is a little more nuanced, right? Which is a little more relevant to basically all of us sitting in the room. And what I wanted to do was to just have my thoughts on how Indian culture can help build a scalable business in this sort of new world reality, right? Because things are very different right now. So let's start first with like, what do I mean by new world reality, and also how do we sort of try new things, but also hold on to our core values, right? So the new world reality, it's basically a lot of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity, right? And it's across the board. It's not just in one aspect of it. You look at things politically, the polarity. You look at things economically, just what's happening in the market. You look at things from the technology point of view, with everything that's happening on. You look at things socially. It's really all over the place, right? So what does that mean? I mean, obviously, no one really knows what's going to work in this new environment with this type of change going on. But if you think about what common sense tells us, it tells us that traditional methods are going to be non-functional. They're not going to really work, right? So again, to end with, we're in a highly emergent time. Things are changing so fast. We have to innovate, we have to take risks. But groups like this is super important because they help you navigate the challenges of these times and help sort of deal with the sort of taking risks and everything else. Because one, they help you with interpersonal support. And second, they also help identify key aspects of Indian culture that can enable wholesome success for Indians all around the world. Jai Hind. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Bhaskar Garu. I request Raju Reddy Garu to come. Raju Reddy Garu, you know, is the founder, CEO, here. Dear friends, now we are going to start the award function, award ceremony. Before that, we all know that TV9 is the exclusive media partner. Now I just want to request my TV9 colleagues, Sukumar Garu, to come onto the stage. Sukumar Garu is the business editor TV9. He came all the way from Hyderabad. Shrikant Garu is the head of USA Canada operations. Now, TV9 అనగానే మీ అందరికీ గుర్తొచ్చేది రజనీకాంత్ గారు. Let us see రజనీకాంత్ గారి మెసేజ్ ఫర్ us.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్ స్కిల్స్లో తెలుగు వారికి తిరుగులేదని వేల ఏళ్ల క్రితమే ప్రూవ్ అయింది. ఇప్పుడు వారి విజయాలకు అమెరికా వేదిక అవుతోంది. బిజినెస్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ అవార్డ్స్ ఇది జస్ట్ అవార్డుల కార్యక్రమం మాత్రమే కాదు. అమెరికాలో తెలుగువారి వ్యాపార దక్షతను సామర్థ్యాన్ని ప్రపంచానికి చాటే ప్రయత్నం. బిజినెస్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ అవార్డ్స్ అందుకున్న విజేతలందరికీ శుభాకాంక్షలు. ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నిర్వహిస్తున్న తెలుగు టైమ్స్ యాజమాన్యానికి, తెలుగు టైమ్స్ సుబ్బారావు గారికి అభినందనలు. అమెరికాలో తెలుగువారి వ్యాపార పారిశ్రామిక రంగాల్లో మరిన్ని అద్భుతాలు సృష్టించాలని TV9 మనసారా కోరుకుంటుంది. మీ విజయాలు మరెంతో మంది ఎన్ఆర్ఐలకు స్ఫూర్తి కావాలని ఆశిస్తోంది.
Good evening, everyone. Thank Ponnal Lakshmi Garu to be on the dais also. Basically, entrepreneurs అనగానే యుఎస్లో ఉండి ఏదో డాలర్లు ప్రింటింగ్ మిషన్ లాగా ప్రింట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారని అక్కడున్న మేమందరం అనుకుంటూ ఉంటాం. బట్ ఇక్కడున్న కష్టాలు, ఇక్కడ ఒక ప్రోడక్ట్ని, ఒక కంపెనీని పైకి తీసుకురావాలంటే మీరు పడే కష్టాలు, ఇవన్నీ ప్రాక్టికల్గా ఈ 2 రోజులు నాకు తెలిసింది. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం బిజినెస్ అవార్డ్స్ అని అసలు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ అమెరికాలో తెలుగు వాళ్ళకి బిజినెస్ అవార్డ్స్ ఇవ్వాలనే ఆలోచనే చాలా మంచి ఆలోచన. దానికి సుబ్బారావు గారు మొదటగా మొదలు పెట్టడం అనేది చాలా సంతోషదాయకం. అండ్ అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం
TV9 మీడియా పార్ట్నర్గా ఎంచుకోవడం, TV9 కూడా గతంలో బిజినెస్ సంబంధించి ఎక్కువ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ చేస్తూ ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ద్వారా అసలు ఇండియాలో ఉన్న కంపెనీలన్నింటినీ కూడా
ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా అసలు ఆ కంపెనీలు ఏం చేస్తున్నాయి, మంచి అయినా చెడైనా ఎక్కువగా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. సో ఈ బిజినెస్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ అవార్డ్స్ అనేది కంటిన్యూస్గా ఈ సిరీస్ కొనసాగాలని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ TV9 తరఫున మీరందరూ ఏదైతే ఇక్కడ కష్టపడి ఈ కంపెనీలన్నింటినీ ఈ స్థాయికి తీసుకురావడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారో, ఈ ప్రయత్నాన్ని అక్కడున్న ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్స్కి కనెక్ట్ చేయడానికి ఒక విశ్వవేదిక కింద, ఒక వారధి కింద TV9 ఎప్పుడూ ఉంటుందని అందరికీ తెలియజేస్తూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటాం.
I request Jairam Garu once again. Okay, thank you all. Now, I request our chief guest, Counsel General Nagendra Prasad Garu to come onto the dais to present the awards. నాగేంద్ర ప్రసాద్ గారి గురించి చెప్పడానికి అందరికీ తెలిసిన వ్యక్తి. బే ఏరియాలో ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఎవ్రీబడి నోస్ హిమ్ పర్సనల్లీ. ఆయన కూడా పర్సనల్గా అందరికీ తెలుసు. బై నేమ్ మాట్లాడతారు. ఆయన అంత గొప్ప స్నేహితులు, అంత సీనియర్ ఆఫీసర్ అయ్యి ఉండి మనందరికీ మిత్రులు. నిన్న వాషింగ్టన్ వెళ్ళిపోయి అయినా సరే మన ఫంక్షన్కి వచ్చారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఆనరబుల్ మేయర్స్ Larry Clay and good friend Montana, former IT minister Sri Ponnal Lakshmi Garu, prominent community leader Jayaram Komati garu, and then Falconex team here, and Mr. Subbarao garu. మీరు స్పెల్లింగ్ మార్చుకున్నారు కానీ మేము ప్రొనౌన్సియేషన్ రావే అంటాము. సో that's and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and honor to be amongst you this evening. Congratulations to Telugu Times for celebrating its 20th anniversary. It's very difficult for any organization to go for such a long time despite the difficulties or the revolutions which came in the media. As they said, from the font today, there is no font. Everywhere, just you can open, click, at the click you have all the information. So I think 2 decades of existence, we must all congratulate, give him a big hand for that. I also would like to compliment him on the first, again, he's doing a 20 years that instituting this particular awards. I think award or appreciation or recognition for that matter only encourages not the persons themselves but others who are watching or who are perceiving the results. So congratulations to Telugu Times on that. I'm not saying because I'm also a proud Telugu, but it's a fact. Centuries ago, I heard, Krishna Devaraya, everyone knows, he said, Desha Bhashalandu Telugu Lessa. So I think what happened, I don't know, it's a surprise. Today, America Bhashalandu Telugu Lessa because the fastest growing language in US, I believe it's Telugu, and then I think community is also growing and the community is promoting Telugu. That is the reason Telugu language is also growing. I think Telugus have such a community, very vibrant. I think it comes from the attitude towards every work. I basically affectionate, I basically like to be in groups, and then sheer attitude, I think it's helping Telugu community to grow, besides their hard work and then vision. They may have many associations, but no anyone to differ any Telugu on Pappu and Alkai, that is the supreme one. So that's so a leader of Telugus has already proven how much significance we attach to Atma Gauravam, that is self-respect. We all know the leader. And a Venetian explorer, I believe in 15th century, Niccolo di Conte. I think he said described Telugu as Italian of the East. I believe all our words end up with vowels. So he said that. And not only that, recent films, Pushpa, Bahubali or RRR have proven that Telugu stories or storytelling is very good, and then they attracted not only the nation's attention but international attention. So that is Telugu. So I think Silicon Valley also, I can tell, I think Silicon Valley language, I think they call it disruptions. I think Telugus are making many disruptions across the fields. As we are meeting barely after a day of Honorable Prime Minister's historic or monumental visit to USA, I just would like to wave the hat of diplomat and then tell you something, share something. I think the India-US partnership, you all must have seen, some people have gone, thanks to them, all the way to US, all the way to Washington DC. I think we have seen that this particular relationship is partnership between democracies, and then partnership in democracies looking at the next century. That is what is happening today. Someone was telling about GDP or your status in the global economy. We have reached from 10 to 5 very fast. So that is the potential of India. And then we are also looking at becoming third largest, and I think by 2027. The fastness is more important to recognize. That may be due to our own entrepreneurial skills or the ecosystem which has been created by various global political developments, the geopolitical challenges that have been created. So I think we are at a stage where India can lead the world. And the current cooperation, you don't believe the number of agreements we have signed. starting from January 2023, where we signed ISET, which is more important for this particular region, that is initiative on critical and emerging technologies. And it started from there, and then we can boast or boldly say that our partnership covers, I think, from seas to stars. Seas, I meant Indo-Pacific, and I meant NISAR, that is NASA, where is Ponan Lakshmaya Garu worked. NASA, ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar, we have launched it. And strategic trade dialogue. I must tell you, the trade was around 140 plus billion in 2021. Today, we are at 191 billion. So very fast, the trade has been growing. So that is the potential we are looking at it. And for Bay Area, we had big announcements from Bay Area on the investments. You saw Micron, you saw Google. Micron is investing 2.85 billion, and Google is investing 10 billion. Applied Materials is investing about 400 million, all are from Bay Area. And Lam Research is investing in skilling up 60,000 people in semiconductor industries. So this is what the potential is between India and then US, particularly to mention Silicon Valley. India and US this time, particularly during this visit, the important thing what happened is we were away in defense, strategic defense partnership. So we have now got into defense cooperation also. It's very, very important for having strategic relationship between the two countries, and it is happening. Other day I visited in Arizona Apache fighter helicopter company, and they said no, they have a assembly line. There they showed the entire fuselage was manufactured in Hyderabad. So that is the kind of thing. It comes here and then they make the Apache helicopter. So, and Mr. Bhaskar was mentioning about worried, concerned about AI and losing jobs, etc. We only talk about AI, that is America, India, that is going to create jobs. And there was a big announcement for the West Coast, that is consulate in Seattle, which is growing with the Indian population, and it's a great news for all of us. I think I would like to, always I come and then see the mayors, particularly, mayor knows, they give always beautiful certificates. I felt always, I always keep giving this. I thought I should, taking this, I thought that I should give. Today, I have decided to give one of such commendation letter or proclamation they call to Subbarao Garu and Srikanth Akkapalli TV9, who has been really helping everyone, every Telugu to know about the developments. With these few words, thank you very much for your patient hearing. Thank you.
Friends, CG Garu will be giving the award. We also have several distinguished people here. We will call from them also. Modatiga, again, Jairam Garu to come and announce the first award.